Anyone.
Anyone.
Can be underrated.
As fuck.
As fuck.
You are now tuning into the latest episode of the Underrated as Fuck podcast.
Hosted by the one and only Bliss.
And you already know, Mighty Zay.
Bitch!
No, I think
I'm like, yo. Who the fuck is Jamie? Like, what? That's why I ignore those comments.
You just happened to say that as soon as the intro stopped.
that was crazy. Yo, that was crazy.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Underrated as Fuck podcast, Season 2, Episode 4. We here again to give you a little bit of news, a little bit of knowledge, maybe some motivation. You know what I'm saying? Doing this pod for us gives us motivation, so this is cool.
You already know.
Here, sometimes it's a mission to get to the point where we press and record, but we here for y'all, we here for us. It just goes full circle, let's get it. So Mighty, did you do anything exciting this week? Any little tiny updates you can give us? Anything going on?
Nothing too exciting, but just more of the fact of like, this was a really positive week for me. A lot of positive things were really happening. Yeah, it's just good energy all around. Everybody I was just in my group, my vicinity has all been just doing really good. So I feel like the good vibes have just been carrying on since Monday.
I only heard about that yesterday, that you had some good vibes, but this was actually a whole week.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it was like a build up. And then the Friday, it was just so good. Like,
so there's a little cherry on top?
yeah, just a nice little, and then now we just have like the pod. So it's
well, that's good. I think everybody should try to get to that vibration, that frequency of just bliss.
Right.
That's me. I'm bliss. Everything I do without even trying ends up being some great vibration. I mean, to the best of my ability, I get stressed out, anxiety, tired, but I still feel like I maintain like a good vibration.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Those are just emotions that are just temporary. So why give those permanent feelings, you know?
I've been really, I don't know if it's because I've been hearing it a lot and surrounding myself with like positive motivational stuff. But I really feel like I've been locking in with my mental. Like, I don't know, lots of epiphanies, lots of realizations, perspectives.
Like affirmations just been hitting.
Yeah, so I've been really excited because we're going into my next album coming up.
Ooh.
And it's like weird to say, but I feel like I have this voice, mature perspective kind of voice that's ready to come out. And I don't know if it's obviously my same voice that I have, but I don't know, like, you know, when a voice, you could hear like the emotion behind the voice. I feel like that's ready to just come out. And I'm excited. I mean, I haven't officially recorded the next album yet, but shit's written. We got album cover done.
Yeah.
We got some stuff lining up, puzzle pieces coming together. Recording is coming very soon.
That's gonna be a good time, I'm telling you. Like, just as me having the perspective of getting to just watch you do this entire, I guess, ambiance of like making music is just super cool.
I hate like talking about it sometimes because I like to let it manifest. You know, I hate setting myself up for like failure or for expectation, but I mean, I mean, I guess I need a little bit of expectation, right?
So you need a little bit of expectation and a little bit of delusion, so.
And accountability.
Ooh.
So that's really good, actually. Y'all don't know. You only know because I'm putting this out, but the team knows. The team knows what's going on. But yeah, anybody that really knows me knows how I act, knows my energy, knows my voice. Clearly, I'm a little bit tired, but I really do want to be here. So with that being said, let's get into our first news topic. So ask me what you just asked me a second ago.
All right, so clearly we have a board of everything that we want to talk about. I mean, we have hundreds of thousands of topics, millions of billions of trillions of things to talk about to keep y'all entertained.
It's like a chest full of surprises.
Pandora's box.
And every now and then Mighty gets to reach in there and pull something out.
Let's see. Like, no. So we're looking at the board, and I'm reading all the things, and I'm like, okay, like, in my head, I'm going through it, and then I have to vocalize it so I can understand it. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, who's Like,
Who's
It's UMG.
I'm dead. So UMG is short for Universal Music Group. So this is a big topic. In fact, it's massive news in the hip hop industry. UMG couldn't make an agreement or a deal with TikTok, and all of those sounds are off TikTok.
Whoa.
Everything. Right, and I have a little picture right here just to give some examples of the music that got pulled.
That's like 95% of that.
So these are the big names that are no longer on TikTok. Aside from like there's leaks and like snippets of certain things.
Yeah.
But some of those, even if you use, it'll mute the audio on the TikTok videos.
So you'll probably have that video for maybe like a day or two, if that, maybe a week.
Anybody that has Underrated as Fuck podcast on TikTok, if you go right now, you'll see more recently those videos haven't been ones that have been muted. But if you scroll down a little bit, muted, all because I've used music from these artists. And they just muted the audios. So big news. This is just a short list of some of your favorite artists that are no longer on TikTok. Because of UMG. Let's make that clear. These artists didn't want this to happen. UMG owns their music.
Can y'all grow up and just let these motherfuckers play the music? Come on.
So, artists like Drake, Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, SZA, BTS, Nicki Minaj, Eminem, Rihanna, Lil Baby, Juice WRLD, Justin Bieber, Billie Eilish, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Post Malone, Kanye West before 2022, The Beatles, Big Sean, Mariah Carey, Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga, Selena Gomez, Imagine Dragons, Elton John, Kendrick Lamar, Demi Lovato, Maroon 5, Migos, Stray Kids, Lil Yachty, and more. So, obviously, big news. Let's get into like some specifics real quick. So, apparently, UMG said they couldn't reach an agreement with TikTok. UMG stated that TikTok wasn't properly paying their artists for their streams. So, I guess... Okay. So that's UMG's argument. TikTok, on the other hand, says that UMG is being greedy because TikTok gives them. TikTok basically says that they give them free promotion. So what's your take on that?
I personally think to like see how big TikTok is now, like y'all should be paying these people, but at the end of the day, I mean it kind of is. Like any promotion is good, and especially something on that platform, like that's really nice to have. And so it's always gonna have like your music fluctuating through the app, but then it's kind of like still a stream, still a play. So if you're not getting paid for that, and people are using the app, you know what I mean? It's kind of.
So if we're looking at it from the UMG perspective,
right?
What is the value of the money compared to the value of the potential virality of their music? Because I know for a fact a lot of this music that's been blowing up recently is coming from TikTok. When a sound goes viral on TikTok, you that almost correlates with the Billboard charts. In a way.
Right.
So let me just give my perspective. As an artist myself, if I had UMG basically doing my marketing, handling my music, distribution, I'd low-key be kind of frustrated, especially if I was trying to get some of my music, some of my singles to like pop off viral-wise. I'd be really, really frustrated and probably calling my reps over at UMG. Because, I mean, I'm not Drake. I'm sure Drake isn't getting hurt from this.
Right.
But me, up and coming, trying to build, this would
Imagine
would
you getting
hurt me.
pulled off from that platform. It's like, bro, like, what are
Right,
you
this
doing?
would hurt me.
Yeah.
And that's just me speaking as if I was a UMG artist.
Right.
But check this out. This is my other perspective. As an independent artist, this might be a good moment to pop off.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So all this amazing music isn't on there right now, which actually is leaving an open door for the artists that are trying to break.
So that's only with people with correct?
Yes, all the artists under Universal Music Group,
Right.
their music is being muted right now on TikTok.
So, and they have no say whether they want to have their music on or do what they say and then just pull it off.
Nope. So UMG is acting as basically their representative,
Damn.
right? So once if you're signed to UMG or any affiliate like record labels, right now your music is being basically it's being muted.
That's low-key trifling.
It's weird and there's a weird thing going on, but what do you think about what I said about
I was
the
just about to
independent
say.
artists being
So-
able to maybe utilize this opportunity to pop on TikTok?
But they have to realize what's going on right now because a lot of people don't even stay up to date with the news. So they have to be up to date with that being said and then make something that can pop off and release it in a way that can get to the masses, right?
Man, right. If you're an up and coming artist and you got the money to push a song,
Promote.
pay these big influencers on TikTok right
Yeah.
now to use your song in a little dance.
Oh,
Something. Get these big people using it because then everybody else is going to use it. Who knows? If your song actually has that virality to it, it might blow. Because, like I said, a lot of music is off
yeah.
TikTok as of right now.
That's crazy.
I bet you 100% this situation is going to get fixed.
How so? Like, if we're in terms of like time, how long do you think it would take before they reach an agreement on getting back to TikTok?
In my opinion, less than a month.
Less than a month. Yeah. Okay. I
This
feel
is gonna get fixed. Like you can't tell me all of their artists
Right, yeah,
are
there's no
okay
way.
with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doja Cat, for example.
I don't even think like TikTok would be okay.
Imagine
with
all her songs that are popping.
Yeah.
Demons, Red, or all these different songs that people are using.
Right.
Right? No more. They can't use it no more.
That's wild.
So imagine people that were utilizing TikTok, or these artists that were utilizing TikTok as their main marketing, building up to an album.
Gone.
Now all of a sudden you threw a wrench up in their shit.
So what do you think would happen to if UNG if let's say like Drake pulled from it?
These artists are contractually binded to this label or distribution company.
Isn't that low key kind of like pressing the terms of what they have going on? Like, can't that be like a lawsuit in a way?
Yeah, but who made these contracts?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, but then they have to like read through and sign. So like they can agree to a certain amount, and depending on how big you are, you can agree and then not agree.
I mean, this
And
could be
compromise.
this could make room
I don't
for
know.
some sort of lawsuit, like damages, maybe.
Maybe,
an
yeah.
artist was doing some sort of marketing on TikTok, and now all of a sudden, boom! Like I'm sure if Drake was doing this marketing on TikTok, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden all his shit's gone from TikTok.
Right.
UMG, what's going on? We're trying to roll out this album.
Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You have anything else to say about that?
I mean, that's just kind of crazy, you know. Like, can we pull up TikTok right now and then not see none of that music right now? Like, it's been pulled indefinitely.
So, like I said, you can still find like leaks and some weird sped up versions and screwed versions of these
Right,
songs,
right.
but you're not gonna find like the official. You'll find music that's from other companies like Sony, maybe.
Okay.
Or, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of artists that are actually still on there. But as
just
far
not
as
the bigger
UMG
hitters.
goes,
Right.
this is just an example. I don't know for sure, but Capitol Records, Def Jam Record, these all record labels are under the bigger company UMG.
Okay.
So that's why it took a lot of different artists at the same time.
That's wild. They just pulled the fucking rug under the dishes. Like,
I guess final thoughts on that. That's kind of messed up that UMG and TikTok couldn't figure this out because it is hurting potentially artists that are trying to build themselves, like I said. So that's kind of unfortunate that they weren't able to make an agreement.
Would the artists that aren't really known, aka underrated, like if they're under UMG, like how like little, like how big do you have to be signed to UMG is what I'm basically stating.
So UMG kind of umbrellas a bunch of record labels.
Okay.
So like I don't know if I was just a part of some record label in California, right? I could potentially be a part of UMG, not directly.
Potentially, right.
So what was your question again?
How big do you have to be signed to UMG?
Oh, I wouldn't say that big.
No.
No, because they umbrella a lot of different companies.
Okay.
So.
Well, shit. I mean, so yeah, this is the perfect opportunity for anybody that's not that big to want to get big. This is your time.
This may be your time to pop off. Maybe take advantage of the moment. Speaking of like big artists,
Yeah.
Let's jump into our next topic. A$AP Rocky, baby. So this is a simple little news thing, but I thought it was actually, it brought up like good conversation. So basically A$AP Rocky said that it's easy to shop for Rihanna because he has like swag, he's got style. You just gotta have taste.
I mean, that makes sense. Like if you have perspective of what's good, you know what to get. Compared to being like not knowing, and then you go to the store and you're kind of just hands in your pockets looking at everything like it's the same. You know what I mean? Just having taste.
Yeah, so what is a good gift for Rihanna, in your opinion? Like, I guess we don't know her like that, right? But what would you say would be like a good gift?
I guess a good gift to a woman that has it all is just quality time. I feel like that's something that you could give her, like more of a personal, like one-on-one type of time. So like, let's just say she can clearly buy whatever she wants, right? She can clearly have anything she wants, but the one thing she's not in control of really having is that one-on-one quality time. So now if you set up...
So it's not a gift, it's actually... Or wait, it could be...
No, it's
a
still
gift
a gift.
could be a part of it.
Right.
You're saying like, maybe like if A$AP planned a day.
Like an entire day just kind of dedicated to Rihanna and everything that she was kind of into, but in a way that it's like, it's still him.
It must be cool because that simple like story of A$AP and Rihanna kind of speaks to their relationship.
Right.
And
it's so cool.
They must be really comfortable, and they must be confident in each other to where one of them's not like feeling some sort of expectation that they have to buy something for the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that would be a
oh
thing.
shit, it's Valentine's Day, I gotta do this, this, and this. Or it's a birthday, so I gotta do this probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, they do have like 3 kids together now, right? So I mean, I don't think that would be a main priority of like, oh, let me flaunt my money to you. You know what I mean? Like, we have the money. Like, no, let's just, instead of the money that could just be burned away, let's give us the time and burn it together. You know what I mean?
Well, I was just saying that because for a long time I felt like my relationship was like that, where I felt like I had to live up to something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just, once I started realizing that, I started having a grudge against the expectation. I would literally decide not to do something.
Right. Just in spite of it.
Just because it's like, okay, this is the stereotypical thing. I'm not doing it now.
Why do we have to follow everybody's
It's pressure.
footsteps? Yeah.
I don't feel like I want to be pressured, so I'm just not going to do it.
So with that having the aspect and that perspective, like, how do you feel now moving forward with your relationship? Like, do you feel more sound as a man in your relationship?
I feel good about it, but with communication, because I did make her aware of that. That I felt pressured to do certain things on certain days, birthdays, holidays, whatever. So I think with the communication involved, it put me in a good spot.
That's
because
pretty cool.
Now I do stuff when I want to do it. No pressure, no expectations, and she knows that. So when she does get something, now it actually means a lot.
Right. I was really thinking about you. I'm not just only going to get you something on Valentine's Day or just your birthday or Christmas. No, like, it could be a random ass Tuesday and yo, here's this. I know you've been wanting this, or
Right.
just show
And
them some
to be
appreciation.
fair, I
Right.
should be doing that a lot more than I do.
Everybody should.
But I do. I think I just put value behind the things that I do with setting that precedent.
Oh, that makes sense.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I think that's what I wanted, and I think that's why I'm more comfortable now. Right? Like, and I can enjoy myself.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? It's not just like, oh, this is just for you. No, I made bliss out of it.
Right.
I did it because I wanted it. Now you're happy. I'm happy.
Now, life's good. Yeah, life's good. Like,
So, real quick, or not real quick, this might be a minute. I don't know. We'll see. But on the topic of like my relationship and all this stuff,
yeah.
I gotta tell y'all and Mighty about an event that went on. So this is it's a little juice, a little drama. All right, so check it out.
Squeeze away.
So I was at a gathering recently. Let's just say that. And sorry, I don't get very personal like this, but we're getting personal. So basically, there was older people here.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say where or who. It doesn't matter. So with me, my girl, older people.
Right.
Basically, okay. So there's one of these ladies, a friend of the family, called me over to the table, like Brandon, get over here, and you could hear it in the tone of her voice.
Something cut off.
Something was off. I'm like, okay. She walked up a little bit. She said, pulled the chair out. She said, sit down. And I thought for a second, and I don't just do shit
Because somebody's like
just
insisting.
to do it. If
Right.
I'm uncomfortable,
I'm out.
instantly,
Yeah, I'm out.
you know what I'm saying? But I had to stick around and see what was going on.
Right. Right.
So anyway, I let her know. I said, no, I've been sitting all day for work. I'm a stand-up. So I came up with an easy excuse
Your way of
to
doing
say
it,
no, but I didn't want to make the situation weird. Right. So then I'm there listening. The lady says, why isn't there a ring on your girl's finger? And we're gonna dig into this so you'll see where this pressure is coming from.
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. For sure.
But she says, how long have you been with her? How many kids do you have with her? And I'm getting attacked. Like legit getting attacked. This is
She's
it's
on the
not
spot.
funny.
Yeah. It's on
It's
the
not
spot.
funny. Everybody's looking. Kayla's there, my girl, and it's just wild. Nobody usually attacks me like that in front
In
of
broad daylight
people.
of everybody. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to like explain, and I feel like this pressure, so bear with me.
Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. Do you think?
Okay, so anyway, we get into this conversation about marriage,
Okay.
and I have some very strong beliefs about it.
Right.
And these are all my opinions. I may be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right, but I believe in this. I believe I'm built differently than anybody else. I believe you're built differently. I'm not saying we're special.
Right.
I'm saying we are wired a certain way that we think.
Differently.
We decided to live our life a certain way.
Right.
So, long story short, or to kind of cut to the spicy stuff, every adult in this area was now focusing their attention on me.
And what you had to say.
This couple over here is married. This couple over there is married. This lady over here is divorced 5 times, but she believes in her marriage stuff. My mom was there. Actually, she wasn't really attacking me. Props to mom. But she was just sitting there. And then right in front of me, person going through divorce, everybody back here was basically trying to call me out as if I was wrong.
Okay. So I have one question.
Okay.
So the first rebuttal that you had to say against that, what was your answer?
Against to why
Against
I didn't
to
have
why.
a ring on.
In the moment, on Kayla's finger. In that moment, what did you say? Do you remember?
Oh, okay. So what I said to answer his question,
Yeah.
I said I said that right now in this moment, that ring is basically a status.
Right.
I don't think I need that status or that title in order to prove myself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So, and that's why I'm at where I'm at right now. I don't feel like these boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife. I don't feel like that means anything.
Right.
And that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I know your mindset.
So when I was getting attacked by all these adults, what the hell am I supposed to say? Married, divorced 5 times. These people are strong with like marriage, and I'm sitting over here like, that's cool. I'm doing me. Yeah. I'm built differently. I don't care what you like. That doesn't mean I'm wrong. Why am I sitting here like I'm doing something wrong? Everybody's talking to me like they're trying to teach me a lesson.
Like no matter what you say, they still have to get.
It doesn't matter what I say.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Oh my god.
There was a reason behind everything. So like, let's just say I made a comment and I'm like, well, I just don't feel like that's it for us right now. Then all of a sudden I'm getting asked questions like,
you don't love Kayla?
Oh, you're afraid?
Oh my god.
What?
What does afraid have to do with anything? No, I don't think that was more just to get a reaction out of you. That's what I feel. Like that type of question is more just to see your reaction.
I don't know. Well, then everybody was trying to get reactions out of me.
Right. Yeah.
This is what I gotta say to everybody. I am very confident in my relationship. I've witnessed a lot of people rush into things. Mm-hmm. I'm not interested in solidifying something so soon, or for the simple reason of
everybody else is doing it.
Oh, if you're religious, you got to make this commitment. Oh, if you're a woman, she's got to know that you're serious with her. I don't. What is that word? I don't subscribe to any of that bullshit. Right. I'm doing what I think is right, and I know right now I'm 100% the best partner she could have because I'm making that happen. And a ring's not going to change that. That's not going to increase or decrease my effort.
Right.
I don't need that title.
And I know the effort that you put in on a daily basis. I get to watch you guys, so I mean, I've learned a lot from you guys, just me in general. So, and I know at the end of the day, the effort that you put towards the relationship that you have with your woman is more. It's a top priority. It's not like, oh, that's my baby mama. Like, you know what I mean? We're just like chilling. I know that you highly value her and respect her and what she has to say or what she has going on in her life. So, I mean, I get where they're coming from, but seeing the perspective of what we deal with, what you deal with, what she deals with.
So obviously,
it's more like on your own time type of thing.
Obviously, this event really fired me up.
Right.
And it just caught me off guard.
That's the big thing.
Didn't know how to respond to some of these questions. All I knew in the moment was that I'm being attacked. And they can have their own opinion. Maybe they weren't attacking me or just giving their opinion. Whatever. This is me, my life. And I'm telling you, I felt judged and attacked in a way that I could not understand because I'm very comfortable in my relationship.
Right.
Me and Kayla have come so far in the last 6 years. I couldn't even tell you. And every year we're growing and getting closer. You know what I mean?
That's so cool.
The path that I'm on. The path that I'm on doesn't, in this exact moment or the 6 years that have passed, that didn't require a title.
Oh, that makes sense, right?
Yes, I verbally committed to her and she knows that. I'm her, she's mine. We're living life that way.
That's level 10. That's all in. Like,
with that being said, the day I do want to do that, I'm not against getting married, but the day I do want to do that, I have no issue with it.
Right.
No issue with it.
Right.
So obviously I have strong opinions about it.
But you're supposed to. This is something to have strong opinions about.
What's your opinion on marriage? You personally, like with your girlfriends that you've been with, whatever.
Personally, me, I feel like people should only get married whenever you witness their seasons. and you fully understand that person. I feel like getting married is the idea of like I fully understand you now. I know exactly what you like. I know exactly what you don't like. I know what you lean more towards, and I know what you want to stay away from. So for me to be like, okay, I want to marry you is like, I know every aspect, every bit and piece of you, and now I want to do nothing but just be a part of that.
So you wouldn't want to get married right away?
No, hell no. That takes time.
So what would you say? I'm just being the devil's advocate.
Right.
What would you say to somebody that said, well, you're just afraid of commitment?
I'm like, that's cool. That's your opinion. But at the end of the day, like, you don't live my life. You don't pay my bills. And I really enjoy what I have going on. So, I mean.
Why is it, like, villainized to have a weird opinion about marriage? Why is that?
Because that's tradition. Like, you know what I mean? That's, like, your symbol of, like, oh, I'm going to be the most loyal, faithful, most prominent person towards you and your well-being. But I could do that without being married and still have the same respect for you that I would being married to you and then not. Like,
you want to know like another like little detail that was in this conversation?
Hell yeah.
The detail was, it was a comment that was made, right? It was, oh, well, Kayla could just get up and leave whenever she wants. And I'll get your reaction to that, right? But my reaction was, if she is that kind of woman that does want to go find somebody else, I support that. If she's happy with somebody else, I support that.
Yeah, you have said that.
What does a marriage have to do with that?
Right.
If we're married and she wants somebody else, I support that.
Wait, so what is your question?
And well, a comment was made after I said that, oh, don't be stupid like that, or don't, oh, you're ridiculous, or something along the lines of like that. Like,
I feel like
really, Brandon, really.
I feel like personally they're in their own lives and they're kind of dedicating their lives to reach that status, I guess you can say. So, and like you said, like this person's divorced 5 times, this person's divorced 3 times, this person's married this long, this person's married that long. They're living a completely different life. Like, let's just say if you look at a crackhead and on the corner of a street, they're living a completely different life. If you look at a guy that has a 9 to 5, they're living a completely different life. If you look at a guy that's making money online, living his own life and his own lifestyle, you know what I mean? So I think that you were just surrounded by people that all live similarly, and then they're all trying to reach that same goal.
Right, and so, I didn't have this like amount of passion behind my words when I was talking in that group setting. My answer to everything they said was, well, I respect that.
Yeah,
I support that. Everything that you just said, I support. That's all I could say. What was I going to say? Judge them for
gaslight that.
What? I don't believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was coincidentally the family friend that started this whole situation. Apparently, was divorced more than 5, 6 times. I don't know what.
Damn.
I don't know what. I even probably like 15. I know that's a big number, but I swear to God that number might have come up.
Wait, I gotta. Me personally, like, if I fully decide to marry you, like that's a for life thing. Like, we're not getting divorced. Like that's off. That's not happening. You know what I mean? So whenever I hear people like getting married and then divorced multiple times, that just like what type of person are you? Like, and I'm not trying to attack everybody. Because I get that, you know what I mean. People have seasons, and you got to close gaps. And if you grow and this person doesn't grow, but if you also don't help that person grow, clearly you guys are going to grow apart. It's just more along the lines of like, whenever you get married and divorced so many times, like that becomes such a natural like thing to think about. And I don't think that you added importance behind those actions. And I feel like marriage, like if you finally reach that point in your life, that should be solidified as like the number one priority that you have going on in your life. And those people didn't, and that's the reason why they failed and succeeded in some lanes, but at the end of the day, they
succeeded in jumping into a situation.
But that's in
that
their
wasn't good for them.
You're right. No, but in their
wouldn't it be good? Is it knowledge power? So isn't it good to experience what this person is as a whole and then make a decision?
Exactly. So that's what I'm more on the
barely learning things about Kayla now.
Yeah, to this day. And that's how it's going to be for life.
But
like,
marriage says that you're supposed to be with them through thick and thin, whatever, through the changes, whatever, right?
Right. I mean,
So am I wrong?
I consider you guys married already. To be like anybody asks, hey, who's that? Is that Brandon's girlfriend? I'm like, no, you might as well call her his wife. I say that every time. Like, there's not one time I've been like, oh, that's Brandon's girlfriend, Kayla. No, like, I'm like, that's Brandon's wife. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Ray, real quick, yes or no question. Married at first sight or not?
No.
Boom.
boom.
Married at first sight or not?
Dua Lipa? No, just play. No.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
yes. Everyone. Me, married at first sight?
No.
Nah. I'm not gonna put my energy or time into something so official without knowing the details behind it. And me, Jose knows, Ray might know, Kayla knows, I don't make choices
Sporadically.
sporadically. Does
Yeah.
not happen.
Right. Everything you do is pretty much calculated.
Premeditation. That situation really took me off guard. I had to share it with y'all because it was serious. It was I'm very passionate about what I do. And
Right.
I know I put a lot of thought into what I do. So to be called out, to be villainized, to be put in a negative light,
Under scrutiny.
I was very not okay with that.
Right. Wait, so let me ask you another question to kind of carry on this topic. It's like, in a way, like me and you didn't just become best friends. As in, I saw you, you saw me, and we're just best friends. Like, no,
I mean,
like,
pretty damn close.
I mean, no, it like low-key was. But we've been through our trials and tribulations as friends. We've seen the highs, the lows, the mids. I mean, anything you can possibly think of, and then we just continuously grew our relationship, and it's become so valuable.
I got to witness the moments where you could have fucked me over, where you could have stabbed me in the back. I got to witness what you do in those situations.
Right.
So now with that perspective, I can say that you are like my brother.
Yeah, like times 10.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you're more of my brother than my brother.
I'm not
is
going
to
to
me.
call somebody my wife unless I've seen them do wife things.
And that's not saying that Kate, that you're a woman. I don't know if you just want to. Okay, I just didn't know if you just wanted to keep
Well, we
name
said her
dropping.
name a couple
okay.
times
All
already.
right, so Kayla, I'm not saying that. All right, so yeah, I'm not taking anything away from Kayla. Like, you know, Kayla does wife things all the time, but there's a time and place for everything. And to be rushed into a time, that's not. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that needs to be natural. Like, hey, we finally got to this point in our life. We're finally this grown. We're finally this mature enough. Let's fully commit.
Clearly,
Not saying that you're not fully committed, but
clearly this is a sensitive topic.
Right.
But also, this is our opinions. There's been people that get married at first sight, right?
Thanks.
And they're good, live happily ever after.
Some Mormons though, like, and sometimes they ain't happy. I'm just playing.
And the survey says
Oh.
no. All right, y'all. So to kind of finish off the pod here, we're gonna hit a new segment. It's basically announcing new music. We'll call it Rap Fridays if you want, whatever. We record this pod on a Friday, so you're hearing it on Monday.
Yeah.
But this is all new announcements. So let's jump right into some music. Check it out. So anybody familiar with an artist by the name of JT? He's releasing a single called Sideways. We got Don Toliver releasing a single called Bandit.
Check that out.
Kid Cudi and Denzel Curry, single called Black Ops. We got Logic releasing a single called Fear. We got Tyla releasing Truth or Dare.
Okay, she's been going off.
And the first album to announce right here is going to be Soulja Boy. The name of the album's called Swag 6.
Why does that not surprise me?
I'm dead.
Man's is living on 2007.
Yo, this actually, so I'm reading this for the first time as I'm announcing it.
Okay.
This is a pretty hard feature right here. So we got That Mexican OT and The Baby
That'll be
releasing
Interesting.
a single called Point 'Em Out. I think a lot of people from the first time they've heard That Mexican OT, he kind of sounds or has that flow of The Baby. So I think that's kind of a
that
cool.
kinda makes sense. The
Look
same
at what's
rhythm.
on 'em, brother,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that guy. So that's a hard. We probably got to run that after this. All right. So moving on, Tyga releases a single called Sensei. We got 24 Golden. I seen him live. 24 Golden. Shout out to him. He's dope.
Clarity?
He's got a single called Clarity. Okay, and we got a bunch of other random names.
Yeah, like Chinese kitty and
Let me
jeans
see if
are
I know any in here.
pretty bright.
Yeah, they must be up and coming because it's a lot of new stuff. But there
Slavey.
are kind of your top announcement, top releases that are coming out.
Yo, so I'm gonna bring this up right now just because I'm like super, and you know me, like back in the day, like I was a huge Schoolboy Q fan, and the fact that he's
I've seen something about that.
dude.
Is it the Blue Lips
Blue
album?
Lips album. Like I'm super. I think there's gonna be 11 tracks, and I'm super stoked about it.
I'm very excited to see how he
Bounce back.
like shows the whole concept of that album. Because
Yeah,
like
the theme of it.
what was the last one? Trash Talk.
Crash Talk.
Crash Talk. Crash Talk. Yeah,
Talk.
that whole album was a paper bag on your head. Like the whole
Shit was
vibe was
hard.
sick. I love the whole
Yeah.
concept. So this whole Blue Lips thing, don't know where he's going with it, but I know he sticks to the script when it comes to his albums. It's gonna sound, it's gonna feel. You know what I mean? It's all
So-
gonna be.
Yeah, all cohesive. So I know that Blue Lips he had I think he posted it, but there's two meanings for it. Blue Lips, and it said the first meaning of being like, oh, like you have like poor circulation, and then the second meaning it meant that you have blue lips, like everything is become fully aware of something as fact, understand clearly. So you become
So when you have blue lips, that means you understand clearly.
Yeah,
Or
that's
the
like a-
person speaking is the blue lips, and you're understanding them clearly.
That's a very good question. A particular attitude toward a way of regarding something. Becoming fully aware of something as a fact. Understand clearly. And I don't know, I just thought that was really cool. Like,
That is really
to
cool.
fully
That-
understand
from what I'm
something
getting
clearly.
from that. Well, from what I'm getting from that, Schoolboy Q's kind of saying subliminally that he's coming to his full maturity or
Right.
full knowledge of himself. I don't know.
Right. maybe even if it's not of himself, like I wonder what he fully understand that he's gonna promote on this album. Because I remember like he stopped making music after Mac Miller died. That was like his
I
best
didn't know
friend. Yeah, dude, that was like his best fucking friend. Like, and when he died, like he just there was like an interview I remember, or there was like a video of Schoolboy, and then I remember him just talking about Mac, and he just like was just breaking down like.
How long has it been since Crash Talk came out? 2018? 2019? More.
2017, I think.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been a minute.
Schoolboy Q is definitely up there as far as my favorite artist, so I'm
For sure.
looking forward to
For sure.
listening to Blue Lips.
That's gonna be dope. So.
He's just singing like Frank Ocean on this.
Oh no, wait, that'd be crazy.
All right, y'all. So keeping it simple this week. I think I like this more focused approach to the pod where we just included a couple news topics, but mostly, I don't know. I just got really personal on this conversation today.
Yeah, it was very personal. I feel like.
So I'm not gonna hope there's more events like that to talk about, but I mean, I did
If y'all
feel
do,
good. This
what's
was
up?
therapy session today. Therapy day.
Oh, a quick little announcement. I don't know if you want to throw this in, or whatever, or you can chop this part. But quick little announcement. I'm going to have probably my biggest fight I've ever had so far, leading up to my entire fight career.
This is news for me.
Coming March, and the guy that I'm fighting, he's a seasoned fighter. He's a veteran fighter. So
He's a mighty Zay, apparently.
ain't nobody me but me. You feel me? No, but he just. It seems like he really knows what he's doing. It seems like he's not afraid, and I'm ecstatic about that, because I can always see when somebody's kind of afraid to kind of like to fight or to kind of get in there and get dirty, or if you're just trying to go in there and you're just trying to improve your technique. Like no, like I can tell he enjoys the fight. So last time I fought somebody like that, I knocked him out 26 seconds. So I mean,
Wow.
let's get it.
This sounds like a moment of me going up on stage for the first time.
Honestly,
I don't know what to expect,
right.
but it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna give it my all.
So check this out. When I win this fight, because that's the only result that I see, this is gonna put me in line with a lot of other things, and this is gonna put my name out there. So with that being said, I will start being able to fight international fights. So when this fight happens, this is gonna open a lot of doors. And
So losing's not an option.
It's not even in my vocabulary right now.
Nice.
So, but
You know where it's gonna be?
It's gonna be in
Anything like
Phoenix. I just know that this guy's a top contender. He's one of the number 1 contenders in Spain right now. So it's gonna be super exciting.
Well,
to
he's
see.
Black, Cuban, Italian, so beat you there, Spanish.
I'm weak. I'm everything. No, but I'm super excited to see how this is gonna play out. Even after the fact of and just moving forward, exactly what I decided to do with this career of fighting and exactly pinpointing at a time and a date of where I'll go pro. So,
Well, I think this calls for the cavalry. So I think whenever you have this fight, I think everybody needs to be there.
for sure.
Because it'll be a moment. It'll be a moment that you don't want to miss.
Stay tuned.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Much love.
If you made it this far, comment down below. Let us know what you thought about marriage. Let us know what you think about UMG pulling their music off TikTok. Let us know what you would buy for Rihanna.
And let us know when you coming to go watch my fight.
Yay! Appreciate y'all. We out.